Hello, this is HKMath. At least that's what I like to call myself when I'm busy having a lot of fun with mathematics. Today, I'd like to solve a quadratic equation using a virtual calculator. You will see that I am using the TI-84 Plus C Silver Edition. So, I'm going to start by hitting the Y equals key, and you'll see that when I hit a key it will turn red for you to see the Y equals key, and I'm going to clear out what's there, and I'm going to put in a function or an equation 2, and I'm hitting X. The X is next to the alphabet key, which is green. Then I'm hitting X squared, which is the 5th key to your left. Now I need minus, so it's right under the times sign. Minus 3x. I'm hitting a 3, and I'm going back next to the alpha key and hitting an X. I'm going back to the minus key, and I'm now hitting a 5. This is the same equation that I solved in 2 previous videos, except that instead of saying Y, it said 0. So before we were looking at a quadratic equation. Now we're going to graph the function, and we're going to look at the graph when Y is 0. Now I'm going to slow it down a bit because this is real important. Before, we were working with the quadratic equation and it equaled 0. Now we're looking at the entire function. We're looking at all the values of Y, not just 0. So we're going to graph the whole curve, which is a parabola, and then we're going to look at the special case. We're going to look at the zeros. We're going to look at the x-intercepts. We're going to look at where does the parabola cross the x-axis. All right, I'm going to now hit graph, which is the furthest menu key to the right. So I'm hitting graph, and the graph of the parabola, and you can see it's a nice U. And what we're looking for are not all of these different Y values along the curve. We're looking for just this X when Y is 0. We're looking for this X when Y is 0. Now, if I'm going to eyeball this and guess, I'm going to guess that X is a -1. And if I'm going to eyeball this, I'm going to guess that it's 1, 2, maybe it's 2.5. But remember now, we're eyeballing, so we cannot pick up the exact values through eyeballing. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the calculator tell us the exact values. So listen carefully. I am going to go to the calculate button on the calculator, and it's going to calculate the zeros. I'm going to hit the 2nd key, and that's right above the green alphabet key, and I'm going to hit trace. But I don't want to trace the curve. I want to get the calculate feature. What am I trying to calculate? I am trying to calculate the 0. So I'm going to hit a 2. Now, look at what happens. The calculator gives me the y-intercept. This is when x is 0, y equals a negative 5. But this is not the graph of, we're not interested in when y equals a negative 5. We're interested in when y equals 0. So what we're going to do is take the arrow key and we're going to move it to the left. We're going to put a line, we're going to narrow in, we're going to put 2 lines near the point that we're interested in, and we're going to tell the calculator to find the point that we want. So I'm going to go right now and move this to the left. You see, that might work, but I'm going to go up one more. Now I'm to the left of the point that I want. I hit enter. Then I go to the right. I'm now clicking the right arrow and I'm moving, and now I'm to the right. Maybe I'll go up one, I'll go down one. Okay, and I hit enter. Now it says, you ready for the calculator to figure this out? Yes. I say yes to the guess by entering, and it gives me that 0. I was correct. The eyeball was correct. X is a negative 1. If we plug in a negative 1 into this quadratic expression, we will get 0. We need one more. Wouldn't it be nice if it's 2.5? Well, let's see. We're going to go back now, and we're going to hit second again. We're going to hit trace, and it's going to allow us to calculate. So I'm going to hit 2. I want that other 0, and I'm going to move the cursor. I'm trying to get to the left again. So I'm going to keep moving here. And I'm to the left. So I'm going to left bound, yes. I'm going to hit enter to say yes. And now I need right bound. So let me keep moving. That should be good. And I'm going to hit enter. And now I'm ready for the calculator to do its thing and give me a good guess. I'm going to hit enter. And there it is, 2.5, 2.5. Now, if you recall, those were the two answers we got from the quadratic formula and factoring. So, hope you found this useful. And if you are using the graphing calculator in the classroom, you will probably know how to use these various functions and keys. If you're not using the graphing calculator, you might want to learn how to use it because it can be very valuable. Hope you found this useful. I'll see you next time. Bye now.